Welcome to New Sky TV. The entire internet exploded at the start, with one question repeatedly hurled at the center of public opinion: who is her best official partner? Zhai Yiying. Names popped up everywhere in the comments section, and the name Wang Haozhen was mentioned with almost uncontrollable frequency. It seemed that the answer was already subtly formed in the audience's minds the moment the lights came on and the music started. It wasn't an official announcement, yet it felt more official than one. It wasn't a forced push, yet it made people willingly ship it. It didn't have a massive marketing blitz, but rather, with its cinematic visual language and delicate emotions, it gradually won over the audience's hearts. The key to this work's pre-release hype wasn't how novel the plot was, but rather, the almost unreplicable chemistry between Wang Haozhen and Zhai Yiying. Standing together, they were like a duet that needed no rehearsal. One was as steady as a rock, the other as agile as the wind. Wang Haozhen's performance is restrained and subtle, his emotions hidden in his eyes and breath, quiet yet profoundly powerful. Zhai Yiying, on the other hand, is like a beam of light, her emotions outward yet not exaggerated, every laugh, every pause perfectly timed with the other's rhythm. There's no deliberate physical intimacy, no formulaic sweet romance, yet they subtly create a heart-pounding resonance. Even more remarkable is that their interactions never feel forced. As the camera pans, there's no contrived ambiguity. Instead, emotions unfold slowly in an exchange of glances, a brief silence. Viewers can clearly feel that this isn't actors acting out a relationship, but rather two auras merging naturally. Emotions flow like water, seamlessly connected. And because of this chemistry has long transcended the plot itself. Even detached from specific storylines, simply seeing them standing side by side is enough to transport viewers into an entire romantic universe. Thus, the same sentiment began to appear in the comments: this isn't just marketing, it's destiny. Not just anyone can stand next to her so perfectly. If this doesn't count as an official couple, then what does? In a short drama market constantly bombarded by fast-paced, formulaic plots, the pairing of Wang Haozhen and Zhai Yiying feels like a quietly treasured gem. Unassuming yet captivating, understated yet deeply moving. You might not remember the exact lines, but you'll vividly recall the quiet, resolute feeling they exude when they're together. Perhaps this is why the discussion about the best official couple has intensified. The answer hasn't been included in official materials, but it has already been voted on by countless viewers. The scenes may end, the plot may turn, but this emotionally validated chemistry, once imprinted, is hard to replace. It's this complementary rhythm of one steady, one fast that makes them so compelling. The hand-eye coordination presents a rare relaxed tension. Wang Haozhen provides the foundation, steadily holding the emotional center of gravity, neither overpowering nor suppressing, yet always present. Zhai Yiying provides the illumination, constantly creating subtle changes on top of a stable structure. Thus, a very delicate state is formed on screen, emotions flow, yet never spiral out of control, sweetness ferments, yet doesn't become superficial. Many viewers describe their interaction as a shot with breathing. This is not an exaggeration. Wang Haozhen is accustomed to placing emotions in pauses, a brief silence, a moment of hesitation in the gaze, all give his co-star ample room to maneuver. Zhai Yiying, on the other hand, excels at capturing these gaps. Her reactions are almost instinctive, eye contact precedes dialogue, emotion moves faster than logic, and so those ordinary lines originally written in the script are transformed into emotional exchanges with ups and downs and echoes. More importantly, when they are on screen together, they don't overshadow each other. This is a common problem for many short drama pairings: one is too strong, and the other is overwhelmed, or both are eager to deliver, making the scene feel crowded. But in Wang Haozhen and Zhai Yiying's case, you can clearly see two emotional storylines advancing in parallel, echoing each other, yet each complete. The audience isn't forced to ship them, but is unconsciously drawn into this relationship. And that's why their sweetness is particularly captivating. It's not just about the intimate gestures aren't about creating excitement through excessive sweetness, but rather a natural, highly realistic emotional closeness. A slight touch, a subconscious act of care, even just a few seconds of standing side by side is enough to soften one's heart. This sweetness grows more flavorful with each viewing, becoming increasingly addictive with each replay. From a professional perspective, Wang Haozhen's steadiness stems from a strong sense of trust in the character, while Zhai Yiying's speed reflects a high degree of emotional sensitivity. When these two qualities mate, sparks are almost inevitable. It's not noisy, yet it consistently radiates warmth. It doesn't rely on hype, but slowly settles in the audience's hearts. Therefore, when netizens repeatedly ask, who is her best official partner? The reason why the answer frequently points to Wang Haozhen is not because of the success of the marketing rhetoric, but because the audience saw a genuine emotional connection in their performances. Once this feeling is established, it is difficult to replace. But it is precisely here that the real watershed moment quietly appears. Good looks are just a stepping stone, never the key to whether the audience will continue watching. Short dramas have an extremely fast update pace, and the audience's patience is limited. Once the emotional connection breaks down, even if the visuals are beautiful, they will be scrolled away within minutes. What is most commendable about Wang Haozhen and Zhai Yiying is that they almost never let their emotions falter. In the scenes with the greatest emotional fluctuations, there's always a visible sense of synchronization between them. Wang Haozhen's reactions are always a beat ahead of the plot, yet just slightly slower than Zhai Yiying's emotional outbursts. This subtle time difference keeps the scene constantly pulled along. Thus, the emotions aren't pieced together, but rather unfold like a continuously extending line, from beginning to end. Viewers often struggle to pinpoint the exact start and end of the emotion. Even more sophisticated is that this continuity doesn't entirely rely on dialogue. Often, a scene continues even after the dialogue ends, a gaze that doesn't immediately look away, a breath held back by emotion, even a slight shift in the positions of two characters, all silently extend the emotional flow. Continuing the atmosphere, this performance beyond the lines is precisely the most easily overlooked yet most captivating aspects of short dramas. If their collaboration is likened to a duet, it's not a showy display of technique, but a close, trust-based dance. The lead dancer must be steady, the follower must be agile. Any imbalance will cause the whole to collapse. Wang Haozhen's stability provides emotional focus, allowing his co-star to move forward with confidence, while Zhai Yiying's agility constantly injects change into the scene, keeping the stability vibrant. Because of this, Wang Haozhen's steadiness doesn't appear conservative, and Zhai Yiying's agility doesn't become superficial. Even more remarkable is this: complementary relationships are not limited by genre. In sweet romance dramas, they can prolong the ambiguity and slow down the initial spark. In heart-wrenching scenes, they can precisely control the intensity of emotions, preventing them from overflowing or collapsing, allowing the pain to build layer by layer. No matter how extreme the emotions become, the audience is always firmly enveloped in the atmosphere they create together. It is precisely because of this stable and replicable chemistry that the audience can re-engage with the characters in different works time and time again. It's not because this couple looks good together, but because they make you believe that this emotion is truly happening in the moment. And in the world of short dramas, a partnership that can achieve this is destined to be more than just a fleeting moment. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.